Hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin D'Elia, and today I'm going to be telling you how you can turn your kitchen floors from this to this for under $100. For more DIY content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So guys, in this DIY project, we faced some challenges, and in this explanation of how to complete this process, you're going to see a couple takes of our frustration involved, which I think is amusing, but is also important to share the trial and error that happens when you do a DIY project. So let's jump in. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you clean your floors really well. Vacuum, and then I used a Swiffer to make sure I got all of the dust and grime. The next thing we decided to do was move our oven. It has feet that stick out, and I couldn't properly place the tiles without moving it. Apparently, it has never been moved before because we found some nasty stuff under there. Here we go. So these are the peel and stick floors, and basically it's just got like an adhesive backing. They are flexible. I'm just going to be able to cut them, and they've got this sticky side to the back. The hardest part of this is going to be matching up these designs, making sure that they meet properly. So that's going to be my hardest thing, but I think I can manage.
False.
So the trick with these is to make sure the patterns line up before you put them down. So like, see that each of these, the pattern ends on kind of a different edge. And as you rotate the tile around, you can match up that edge better. And some tiles just aren't going to fit in one area, so I suggest buying extras just in case. So like, clearly you can see that that's not going to be a great match up there. So I'm going to twist it. So in the directions for these tiles, they explain that the patterns are all printed individually and they aren't going to line up perfectly, and that's why you want to twist the tile around to try and get the best fit between each pattern. And I didn't think that that would bother me so much, but in this video my OCD was going wild, and every small deviation in the pattern was driving me crazy. Upon further realization, it seemed that it was impossible to get a perfect pattern match between all of the tiles. But at this point, I was feeling like giving up. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cry. So at this point in the process, I was really frustrated. Things were not going the way I wanted to, and a lot of times in DIY projects, that's going to happen. So I decided to go to bed and come back to the project tomorrow. I was in a better headspace, I had some great ideas, and I was able to finish the project with success. So ultimately what I decided to do was just match the patterns as best as I could without any huge deviations. When you stand up and look at the floor, you really don't see those small changes in the pattern. The tiles are actually very easy to lay. Once you decide where you're going to place them, you just peel off the backing and you just lay them down and press them into the floor. They're pretty easy to lift up and down if you make a mistake, or if you ever decide that you don't like this floor and you want to change it to something else, you could easily remove them and start over. I did find that when I lifted a tile, there wasn't any sticky residue left behind, and the adhesive stays perfectly on the back of the tile only. Here you can see how fast it goes when you're laying full tiles. You can easily twist them, meet the pattern correctly, and then lay them in a row. Here I'm showing you how to cut a tile. They can easily be cut with scissors. The directions do suggest using a box cutter, and that's what I started with, but I ended up not having much success. A T-square is a very valuable tool. It's going to help you make straight cuts and straight lines so that you don't have any wobbles. I did tend to undercut, so I knew I would have excess when I first made the cut, and then I would make small adjustments as I went in order to get it to perfectly fit in the spot. In the end, we are going to caulk around all of the edges, so I wasn't too worried if there was a little space between the wall and the tile, because that will be sealed up eventually. I'm about to show you the final product, but before I do that, enjoy this little clip of Tim and I commiserating the first night we tried to lay the tiles down. On a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is this floor?
Very annoying.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
9.
Oh, we're a 9 now.
Yes.
Things have escalated.
Yes.
Yikes. So once again, these were the original floors, and these are the completed floor tiles. I love how it turned out. It looks so clean and chic, and in all honesty, you can't even see those little deviations in the pattern. Tim and I do plan on cleaning up with caulk so that you can't see any lines at all. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you decide to do this DIY project in your house, then let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. We've still got so much more to do in this house, so make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on another DIY adventure. You got this, Mama. I believe in you.